I'm always like this, glued like this. I'm watching the fight, and he's behind me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm like, calm down, calm down.
This is the Schmo with the pro. He's Coach Javier Mendez in the flesh, New York City, UFC 322. Less than 24 hours out. How we doing?
We're doing good. Less than 24 hours out, and we're going to have a new UFC welterweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev, yes.
Some history in the making, in the Mecca, the most famous arena in the world. Before we get into it, Coach, that mustache, it's looking great on you. We're twinsies right now.
Yeah, this mustache is only here, guys, because I have a cold sore and it hides it. So the only reason why this mustache here, and it has a little frosty thing here. It looks like I don't know what it is, like I had milk, but really it's gray hair.
It suits you well.
It suits me well. Gray suits me well. Okay.
You're a good-looking guy.
Are you hitting up on me?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. But be careful.
We'll save the wine and dine for later.
I know your wife. Be careful.
There might be a pizza date in the future, but talk to the Schmo for a second.
Okay.
Let's talk about your guy, Islam Makhachev. We're talking about history. We know he's the 155-pound champ going up to challenge for 170. But what's the most challenging component of training a guy who's elite in so many great areas?
Well, believe it or not, for Islam, I always tell everybody all the time that he doesn't need me. He has me as support, but this guy is so well trained and so disciplined that he just needs anybody that's decent around him to propel him. And it's always been, honestly speaking, Khabib. Khabib's been with him right from the very get-go. Khabib's with him now. And another one that's with him all the time is Muslim, his childhood buddy. Those two are very important. I would say I'm probably the third most important for him and working the corner. I've worked all his corners from like 2013 or 14 on up, so I'm important too, but the most important individuals for him is definitely Khabib, number one. Number one's Khabib.
But what is it about the Thunder aura that gravitates these guys to listen to you? Because when you speak, they all listen.
Yes, they all listen to me, and honestly speaking, they should. Because, I have the wisdom, I have the experience, and I give the right kind of advice, and they acknowledge that, they know that. That's why I'm a big part of their system and a big part of their hearts, because we are family. And, I come in, I put in my spot, and I don't take over the spot, I just oversee it. Khabib is the leader. I oversee it, but then I'll come and tell Khabib. If there's anything that needs to be said, I said, Khabib, this and that. Like I'll say certain things like, not this camp. I hadn't said very much because Khabib's doing a fantastic job. I said little things like in the past, hey, let me take these guys out. When I see these guys are a little tired, I'm going to pull them off. You cool? He said, yes, coach. Because whatever I say, Khabib's going to do. That's just the way their mentality is. The elder and the coach, the head coach, he says something, whether they like it or not, it gets done. But for me, my way of coaching is they have to like it. Otherwise, I don't want to do it. If someone doesn't want to do what I ask them to do or want them to do, I won't have them do it. That's just who I am. And Khabib is taken like a fish to water. He's an unbelievable coach, and he's got an unbelievable heart for love for his guys, and he would do everything for his guys.
Fighting for gold and defending gold all over the world, Australia, Middle East, everywhere. But what are the nerves like less than 24 hours out that goes through your mind, that goes through Islam's mind when you got to perform, be the headline guy, and chasing history?
Well, for me, because I've been here so many times before, I have zero nerves.
You feel nothing.
Nah, come fight time, I'm not going to be nervous at all. Khabib, on the other hand, is going to go batshit crazy. He's going to be a ball of wax. And I'm just going to look at him. Before, if you guys watch, I'm always like this, glued like this. I'm watching the fight, and he's behind me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm like, calm down, like this. If you notice now, I don't do that anymore. Because Khabib is going to be Khabib. I'm Javier. He's Khabib. He coaches his way. I coach my way. And I just stay focused on the fight. I don't want to miss anything. I want to be able to see exactly what's going on. If there's something I can help Islam with, I will say during that time. Otherwise, I'm mostly quiet. Only when I see something needs to be important. So for me, it's not going to be nerves at all. For Khabib, it's definitely going to be nerves. But because he's been in so many championship fights, Khabib himself, I notice he's even calmer too. Very much.
You know a thing or two about elite striking. Della Maddalena. Him being the toughest opponent Islam's faced to date, what are you most fearful for that he brings to the table Saturday night, Madison Square Garden?
Well, I believe he brings a great takedown defense, and I believe when you take him down, he has great scrambling to get back up. I believe he's a great striker, not a great boxer, but a great striker. Meaning that when it comes to boxing, Topuria, I think, is the best boxer in the whole division, all UFC, maybe all MMA. But when it comes to striking, Jack has to be ranked right up there with Alex Pereira in my eyes and how he puts everything together. The only difference is Chama has the kind of power to put your lights out with one shot, and Adesanya's in that category. But I think Jack is right in that group for me as an elite striker, and that's what he can do. So he can hurt you with everything. He goes body, head, middle, switches orthodox, southpaw like nothing. And Alex is doing that. He's kicking you low. He's hitting the body, going up top. He's a killer, man. He's a killer. So we have to be careful with him, and we have to take this very, very serious, and we have to plan out properly. And we did. We did everything that we were supposed to do for him. And I can honestly say I've never seen Islam look better. Never seen him look better. And I said it on many occasions and other things that he needed to be the best he's ever been for this guy, because this is the toughest challenge for us.
And without looking past this challenge, the world's his oyster, hearing and new. What would you like next? Would you like to stay at this weight class? Will he ever go down to 155? Will he ever go up to 185? Would you like him to stay at welterweight for the rest of his career?
Okay, now this I do know because I did have a conversation with him, and I said, what do you think? One lightweight? He goes, Coach, I think it's too hard for me to make lightweight after all this weight gain. So I don't think lightweight is in the cards unless the UFC forces that issue and Islam is got the right opponent and they say yes, go, then I think so. But other than that, if we're successful with Jack, which we're planning on being, and we get our wish, then the next step would be, welterweight and maybe defend it a few times, 2 or 3 times, and, hopefully we're successful there. And then I think he, honestly speaking, in my book, if he was able to do that, he already broken Anderson Silva's record for consecutive wins. So he had been 2-time champion already. So I think we can arguably seriously discuss him as pound for pound one of the greats.
So beating Jack, does his champ status outweigh the value of DC's champ status based off of competition in your eyes?
What DC was fantastic, but if he's able to get champ like DC and defend it 2 times, yes, it eclipses DC. But if he doesn't, then he doesn't. Because remember, DC defended it and he was there, then he lost it, right? And if he can do it 2 times, then yeah, it does eclipse DC. But he has to not only win it, he has to defend it twice.
What's it like living full-time in Dubai, Coach?
My home, Dubai. I love Dubai. The people, the humbleness, and the cleanliness, the safety. That's the key thing, safety. You never felt safe in another country like I do in Dubai, and it's so beautiful. And I have so many brothers over there. We say brothers, that just means friends, but I used to say friends, but now I'm saying brothers more. That's how much I'm getting used to Dubai life and salam alaikum, walaikum salam. And normally those are words I rarely use, but I use those a lot words now. And I also, inshallah, I do that too. And God willing, what is that? What's wrong with God willing? If I said it in English, it means God willing, I'll be back there. That just means, God gives me the graces to be able to live another day. And I think there's nothing but beautiful words in that.
Well, you got the key to the city. You and the great Warren brought the Schmo and Helen to the top of the Burj Khalifa. We got the views of the entire landscape. It's a beautiful city, and we appreciate you, Coach.
Yeah, Warren Chang is one of my best brothers. And when I put him to help me with somebody, he gives them the utmost first class, A+ respect and hospitality. And you guys experienced that with Warren. And Warren's a big guy. He's not a little guy. He is a big deal, but he doesn't act that way, as you guys know.
Can we get a final message for all the Javier Mendez fans out there worldwide on the eve of UFC 322?
Well, the message is stay tuned. November 15th, Madison Square Garden. Islam Makhachev will become the new welterweight UFC champion of the world. He would have attained history.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
He's the pro. I'm the Schmo here in New York City. We're out.
Out. Out.
Out.
Out.
Out.
Out.
Out.
Okay.